So there is this notice to subscribers. In order for us to provide you with efficient and reliable newspaper service, please note the following policies. You will be billed for home delivery every 4 weeks in advance. If you do not receive delivery, call us promptly to receive a replacement copy. Okay. Credit can be given only if the missed copy is reported to us within 24 hours and only if a replacement copy is unavailable.
Okay, so let's start right there. When can credit be given? So if credit is given, what does that mean happened?
Well, the missed copy is reported within 24 hours. And also if the replacement copy is unavailable.
Excellent. All right, continue.
It's like the way you put it, isn't that like an or instead of and?
I'm saying that both of these are needed in order to get the credit. So if we got the credit, that means that we have 24 hours and like they're both necessary conditions. So it would be and.
But like, because like in logic games, if you have like A and then arrow B and then arrow C, it's just or, right? Like the right side of it.
Like you also could draw this like this. So like if you have credit, that means that 24 hours was given.
And
or if you have credit, that means that a replacement copy was not available. Like they're both necessary conditions.
I see. Okay.
Like like you have to have both of them.
Okay. Okay.
I just did it like quick up here by just putting 1C.
Okay. I think I was getting confused because like for in logic games you have like if you have A and B then C, that means you need to have both A and B in order to get C, right?
Yeah, and that's what this is. You have to have A and B in order to get C.
Okay.
Because like if you don't have 24 hours, you can't have credit. Or if there is a replacement copy available, then you can't get credit either.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
All right, continue on.
Request for temporary non-delivery must be made at least 3 days prior to the first day on which delivery is to stop. No subscription will be canceled unless the subscriber explicitly requests the cancellation beforehand and in writing.
Oh yeah, there is a lot going on in this one.
Yeah. Because like when I read this, I kind of like didn't understand what it meant by a non-delivery. I got everything else, but like when it came to non-delivery, I was like, what the hell is
I think maybe this is because like we don't grow up in like the newspaper era. So I think it's the same, like when you go on vacation, like you can request to like take a week off.
Okay, that's what I meant.
Yeah. And they probably wouldn't ask a question like this in today's time because we don't know what that stuff means. So
because like when I read this and I read like temporary non-delivery, I just knew like one of the answer choices, like the right one, is gonna be about this. Like it's gonna play along with like the temporary non-delivery. That's something I don't understand.
Yes. So if we have temporary non-delivery, that means that we requested it at least 3 days to when it stopped.
Yeah.
And then we have our last conditional statement here is no subscription will be canceled unless the subscriber explicitly requests the cancellation beforehand and in writing. So it has to happen beforehand and it needs to be in writing. And so if we have both of those, we need both of those things in order for the cancel or the I don't want to do like C again. So if we canceled it, it means that we requested it beforehand and in writing. All right, so which ones were you debating between? Okay, so sorry, the daily get denies each of the following subscribers request. Each of the denials could be justified solely on the basis of the polity stated above except. Okay, so if it can be justified, we cross it off.
Yeah.
Go ahead and start with A.
So Mr. R did not send in his advance payment 2 weeks ago he states that his inaction was intended as cancellation and requests that he not be charged for the past 2 weeks of delivery of the daily whatever Gazette. Um, so the magazine or whatever, they can deny this because um like just not paying.
Yeah, isn't good enough, right? What do you have to do to cancel?
Can you like a few, what was it, like some days that like in advance and also in written
Yep,
um
perfect.
okay. And so B says Dr. B called the Daily Gazette Monday morning to report that her Sunday edition had not been delivered. She requests credit instead of the offered replacement. So this is wrong because you can't just say, "Oh, I don't want the replacement. I want the
Yep.
credit."
Yep, if there's a replacement, that's what you get.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And then C says the Daily Gazette was delivered to Miss H during her 1 week vacation, even though she called on a Wednesday to stop delivery the following Monday. For the entire week, she requests credit for the full week's delivery. So I believe this was the answer.
Why?
So this is the answer because she did um, request temporary delivery, non-delivery. Um,
Yep, and what is needed for temporary non-delivery?
so it's like 3 days prior, and she asked like 3 days prior.
Yep,
Um,
excellent.
I think like why I got this one wrong, um, because like I wasn't sure where the credit part came. Like it didn't talk about the credit. Like when you like do the non-delivery, temporary non-delivery, like why is she requesting credit?
Um, well, it's saying that she could get credit for this, not like we're just trying to find like what we definitely can deny credit for. Like deny the request for. We have no justification yet to deny this request.
Well, we can deny the credit part now. Because of
We
course,
don't have reason to yet though.
because like for
Policy. Based on the policy, we have no reason because she got like essentially what happened was she paid for this week even though she requested not to.
yeah,
So imagine like if you paused your Netflix subscription and they charged you for the month. Like wouldn't you want your credit back for that month?
yeah, no, like that makes sense a lot, like intuitively, but like given what we have in the stimulus, we have that like you only get credit if it's not if it's yeah.
Okay, but this question is asking us, do we have reason to reject C based on the stimulus? Just because she requests credit for the full week's delivery, we don't have anything in our policy above saying why she should be denied.
Denied the credit.
Yeah,
Okay. Um. Yeah, I guess that makes sense, but
I get what you're saying. You're saying credit can be given only if this
yeah,
happens. Um, must be made at least to the first. I get what you're saying because you're saying like, well, why isn't credit here?
yeah, because like this. Okay, so the answer to C, like I like it's talking about the temporary non-delivery part, but then it's also talking about the credit. Like where the credit part can come from.
I think, yeah, I guess this one you have to kind of like, I guess you do have to offer it a little bit of grace and say she's requesting credit because she followed the rules and you still delivered it.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if we can cross off D for like in D and E for like even stronger reasons than what your problem is with C.
So D says although Miss Jackson telephoned the Daily Gazette at the beginning of June, requesting a subscription to be canceled. Um, on June 30th, delivery was continued until July 3rd when she called to complain. She requested that she not be charged. I didn't even like read the rest of it just because I've telephoned. Like that
Yep.
doesn't do
I
anything.
would be so mad if this is what was required. If like this was me and I called to cancel instead of writing.
Yeah.
But yeah, you have to write for it to be canceled. So it's not D.
Um. And I think E is the same thing about the calling, so it's not E as well.
No, actually, that's not why. That one's wrong.
Oh, good. I'll just read it then. Miss Silverman was out of town on Sunday and Monday. And when she returned on Tuesday, she found that her Sunday edition had not been delivered. She called the Daily Gazette on Tuesday afternoon, requesting credit for the undelivered copy. So I think I crossed this out for the wrong reason then. I just saw like the called, and I'm like, oh, that's not it. So Miss Silvermoon was out of town on Sunday and Monday, and then when she returned on Tuesday, she found that her Sunday edition had not been delivered.
So what is needed for us to give credit?
So you need to call us promptly to receive replacement copy.
Yeah, what is promptly?
It was 24 hours, right?
Yep. And does she call within 24 hours?
When she calls on like she calls like almost a week late.
Yeah, well, she calls on Tuesday, right? And she's about Sunday, so that's not 24 hours.
Yeah, okay, I
So
see.
since she doesn't call within 24 hours, that's why this is wrong.
I see. I didn't catch that. Okay.
Yep. And so that's why our answer is C.